Good afternoon. My name is Maria Glewis, and I serve as the Interim Program Director and Academic Coordinator for the Physician Assistant Program at Ohio Dominican University. On behalf of the program, it is my pleasure to welcome today's White Coat recipients, along with their families, friends, and loved ones who've supported them along the way. We also extend a warm welcome to our university leadership, members of the Board of Trustees, our colleagues from the medical community, and all those who've contributed to the success of this program year after year. We are grateful to those joining us remotely via live stream as well. Today is a meaningful milestone, one that honors achievement, marks transition, and celebrates entry into the clinical profession. We are thankful you are here to share in this important moment. At this time, it is my honor to invite Ohio Dominican University's chaplain, Father Dan Millisor, to open us in prayer.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Lord Jesus, our divine physician, in your earthly life, you showed special concern for those who suffer and entrusted to your disciples the ministry of healing. Make those gathered before you today ready for this same healing work. Make each of them aware of the great mission entrusted to them and strive always to be an instrument of your merciful love. Enlighten their minds, guide their hands, make their hearts diligent and compassionate. Open their eyes so that in every patient they recognize the features of your divine face. You who are the way, provide them with the gift of knowing how to imitate you every day, helping to heal not only the body, but the whole person. You who are truth, provide them with gifts of wisdom and science to penetrate the mystery of human suffering, to discover the cause of every malady, and find for them suitable remedies. You who are life, help them bear witness to the gospel of life in their profession, respecting the dignity of every human being, especially those most in need. Inspire them to contribute also to the healing and renewal of healthcare structures, so that they may reflect your justice. Make them, O Lord, good Samaritans, ready to welcome, treat, and console those they encounter, always acting with more kindness than may appear necessary. We ask all this in your holy name. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Father Dan, for your continued presence, prayers, and support of our students and our program. This program thrives because of the strong foundation provided by Ohio Dominican University. We are grateful for the continued support of our institution, its leadership, the Board of Trustees, and the broader ODU community. Their commitment to academic excellence and service has been instrumental in shaping the continued success of our PA program. A key advocate for our program is Dr. Shauna Ridlinger, Acting President and Provost of Ohio Dominican University. Dr. Ridlinger has a long-standing connection to this program, having previously served as Program Director, Health Sciences Chair, faculty member, and personal mentor. Her leadership and continued support have made a lasting impact on this program. It is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Ridlinger to share a few words.
Thank you, Maria. That's very kind of you to say. Good afternoon, everyone. Board of Trustee members, faculty, staff, distinguished guests, and most importantly, our remarkable PA graduates. It's an absolute honor to stand before you today, not only as the acting president and provost of this university, but also as someone with a deeply personal connection to this wonderful program. This program and your new profession hold a special place in my heart, and I'm filled with pride and see its legacy and excellence carried forward stronger and brighter than ever. A quote from Nelson Mandela: "It always seems impossible until it is done." I thought that was pretty fitting for the journey that you've been on and that we're celebrating for you today. At times, it probably felt impossible. However, You have had overwhelming challenges and things that you have overcome. You have grown through your hard days, long nights, and lots of PowerPoints. You have formed bonds and friendships that you will cherish as well. The white coat that you will receive today embodies the trust and responsibility you are assuming, and the compassion you will extend, and the knowledge and skills you are cultivating. I have said throughout the years that we bring the right students to ODU. We want to educate you. We want you to meet your goals. We want you to go forth and make your own path. You have shared some wonderful experiences amongst yourselves and with this faculty. You are resilient. You have been engaged, and that is what has led to your success. I've said this before. I think through my life, I become more and more fascinated with engagement and resilience, because those are things that make the ultimate difference in our lives. And you possess them. You've excelled because of them. I have no doubt that each of you will rise to meet the demands that the PA profession has on you. And because of this program, and fostered your ability to learn and grow. My last few thoughts to you are to be courageous, to be kind. Yes, to be kind. Remember, your patients are not having their best day. And one of the things I always say is that your patients do deserve your best every time. So, you may have to stop. You may have to step out. You may have to give yourself a moment. Please do that. Of all the things that you've learned these last 27 months, take those things with you. You will not regret it, and neither will your patients. Give yourselves and others around you grace. That's one of the best gifts you can get and receive. However, most importantly, keep learning. You will have no limits if you do that in your life. Keep going, keep doing, pause, and start up again. Keep at it when needed. It always seems impossible until it's done. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ridlinger, for your leadership and your continued dedication to our students and our university. At this time, I would like to pause and recognize our preceptors, our clinical educators, whose commitment to student learning makes clinical education possible. Educating future PAs requires more than classroom instruction. It relies on the partnership of the medical community. We are deeply appreciative of the time, mentorship, and guidance that our preceptors provide to our students year after year. At this time, I would like to invite Professor Erin Fenzel, our clinical coordinator, to present the Preceptor of the Year Award.
Thank you, Maria. I am pleased to have the privilege of announcing our Preceptor of the Year Award. We are deeply grateful to all of our clinical preceptors. Their time, expertise, and dedication to teaching do not go unnoticed. Preceptors hold a unique role, not only caring for their patients, but also teaching and mentoring clinical year PA students. Without their commitment, support, and generosity, the clinical year would not be possible. The Preceptor of the Year is selected by the graduating class through a nomination process. This year's award recipient received several student nominations, reflecting the meaningful impact they have had on our students' clinical education. Students commented that this preceptor cared more about their learning than any other preceptor they had worked with before. The preceptor challenged students beyond their comfort zones, pushing them to think critically and work independently as possible, helping them to grow into confident, capable providers. It is my pleasure to announce that the 2025 Preceptor of the Year Award goes to Jennifer Marangoni. Jennifer is a PA at the COPC Care Forward Center located here on ODU's campus. She has served as a lead preceptor at the site for the past several years, providing consistent leadership, mentorship, and support to our students. Congratulations, Jennifer.
Thank you, Jennifer, so much for your support and mentorship of our students. Service is a cornerstone of our program's mission, our university values, and our curriculum. It is something that we prioritize in our admissions process, cultivate in our students, and hope that they carry forward into their professional lives. I am privileged to serve as the service learning coordinator in our didactic curriculum, overseeing our students' community involvement. In 2024, so this is from the time that they were in their classroom studies, so in 2024, while they were managing a demanding academic schedule, this cohort contributed 936 hours of service to the Columbus community. These service hours were spent at varied locations, like the Columbus Free Clinic, where our students provided medical care to the underinsured in our community. They worked with community members to help set health goals and achieve health literacy in partnership with OSU's Scholars Program. They served at Lifetown, where they assisted school-age kids with differing abilities to learn needed life skills. They performed health screenings at the Guadalupe Center, serving our Latino community. They visited our neighbors at Moen Health Center next door. They served community members experiencing homelessness through the Dream Center and engaged in outreach to the next generation of PAs through service at the Charles School. Some of these experiences are required and some are voluntary. The student that is receiving today's Panther Service Award spent 24 and a half hours serving the local community through these offered experiences. During the clinical year, this student asked to participate in an international rotation, and this fall served her global community in Honduras for 2 weeks as a clinical rotation. This student also served her classmates as the SAPA class vice president. Tori Kuchin, please come forward to receive the Panther Service Award. At this time, I would like to invite Grace Tiffend, the class of 2026 class president, to present the program's Impact Award.
Okay, hello everybody. The Impact Award is given to an individual who has made a significant impact on their community. This year, we chose an individual who understands what it means to be part of their community. This person has been committed to Ohio Dominican and the students since their time here at ODU. During times of stress, this individual offers steady guidance that fosters confidence and clarity to students. He teaches real-world thinking that bridges textbook knowledge with practical clinical wisdom. Although some of his test questions continue to infuriate me to this day, like, do not think she's faking it. But it also means that his words will stick with me forever. He values approachability and open-door mentorship, remaining accessible and welcoming students seeking guidance, enticing them with jelly beans. But don't let him fool you. He may give you a jelly bean that tastes like a Band-Aid, and then you throw it up in the classroom. Yeah, sorry. He's the favorite professor. Sorry again. But this is why our class nominated him as our PA Lusa King. This is someone who doesn't just teach material. He inspires confidence, sparks curiosity, and challenges students to rise to their fullest potential. His dedication to excellence, unwavering support, and genuine belief in his students has shaped countless futures, both professionally and personally. It is my privilege to present this award to a truly exceptional educator and mentor, Dr. Timothy Budnick.
Thank you, Grace. Today, we celebrate the graduates' transition from students to clinicians, but first, a moment about what it took to get here. The journey from August 2023, sorry, I think I'm on the wrong page. Okay, so I'm actually going to have Grace come back up and speak again. So Grace is going to now address your class, and she's going to share on some of the experiences that it took to get here. So this journey has included 4 semesters of didactic education, days that included a lot of sitting, testing, simulation labs, presentations, group work, service, hours and hours of testing. And while in their student coats, they provided 936 hours of service to the Columbus community through all of our service learning, they've also spent significant time enjoying each other, collaborating, and we are going to now let Grace address the class from her perspective. Thank you.
It's okay. Alrighty. Good afternoon, everyone. Faculty, friends, family, mentors, and most importantly, my incredible classmates, the graduating physician assistant class of 2025. Cool, all right. Today, we stand on the other side. 2.5 years ago, we entered our first day of PA school with wide eyes and racing hearts. We had no idea how much we would be tested, not just in knowledge, but in patience, strength, and spirit. We started this journey with dreams of healing others, and along the way, we learned just how much healing it takes to get here. We've spent countless hours memorizing, practicing, and pushing ourselves past every limit we thought we had. Some of us practically lived in St. Albert's. I'm moving this thing. We've missed birthdays, family dinners, weddings, sleep, and at times even a bit of our sanity. Definitely our sanity, in the pursuit of something greater than ourselves. But through it all, the late nights, the tears and the heartbreak, the imposter syndrome, the endless Celsius in David's coffee, we never stopped showing up. And that's what defines us. Not perfection, not straight A's, but resilience, grit, and heart. Because we learned that being a PA isn't about knowing everything. It's about showing up for people, even when it's hard, even when you're exhausted, even when you are afraid, and saying the words, "I'm here for you." We've learned that medicine is not black and white. It's human, it's messy, it's 1,000 shades of uncertainty, emotion, and courage. And yet, somehow, we found our footing in it. We learned how to listen to a heartbeat and how to hear a story. We learned that the right words and actions can sometimes heal more than the right medicine. Like when your patient asks you to listen to the back of their neck with your stethoscope because they're hearing a voice back there, and you do it anyways, even if you look like an imbecile, and even if your preceptor laughs himself hoarse afterwards. It may not be diagnostic, but it can certainly be therapeutic. We learned that every patient is someone's entire world, and we have the privilege to protect it. I want to give an example of a patient that I saw in April who I have not stopped thinking about. She was a 12-year-old girl with JIA on Humira who came into the ER with fever, headache, and right knee pain. For those of you who don't know, JIA is a condition in children where the immune system, or the part of the body that is supposed to protect you, gets confused and starts attacking itself and the joints. So at her baseline, she already wasn't the healthiest child. Her father, who was her sole caretaker, was incredibly stressed, and he had been her entire life. He told me that her knee looked a little bit red that morning, so he had planned to take her into the ER that afternoon if she still complained about it, hence why I was hanging out with her. So Dr. Claxton, she sent me into the room first to investigate the scene. When my patient lifted her pajama pant leg to show me, her dad's jaw fell slack. The rash, no longer confined to just the knee, had spread all the way from the tips of her toes all the way up to her waist. He looked white as a ghost. And he breathed, "It didn't look like this 1 hour ago." She had progressed so fast, and I could tell that his mind had gone to the worst of places. I will never forget the look on his face, and I remember the exact moment I saw hope flee his eyes. He was a single dad who had spent the last decade of his life losing sleep over her numerous times. She was his entire world. Dr. Claxton and I ran a couple tests. We prayed at the nurse's station. And when her labs came back, I nearly cried. When I walked back into a room and I asked her dad if she had an allergy to penicillin, he started sobbing hysterically. He grabbed her hand and he was kissing the back of it because she tested positive for strep throat, something easily treatable. Through his tears, and I will never forget this, he choked, "This will be my birthday gift and my Christmas gift for the next 10 years. I had never been so happy to tell someone that they had strep throat. I've had several interactions like this over the past short year that has left such an impact on my heart. To my classmates, imagine what a lifetime of working this job will do. This is what we are here for. This is what we were made to do. There will be some pretty awful days ahead, as life tends to happen, but you have to remember the little wins. Because the little wins, like swabbing a little germ factory's throat and her testing positive for strep throat, which is something I never would have perceived to be as a win prior to this year, sometimes turns out to be the biggest win of another man's life. And you were part of that. I'm going to take a hard left turn now because I also want to take some time for gratitude. To our friends and families, thank you. You have carried us through this. To my fiance, Stephen, who always made sure that I ate more than just toast and butter for dinner, who always refilled my empty water bottle, and who always rubbed my sore feet after a long shift. Thank you. To Mr. and Mrs. Benya, wherever you are, thank you for welcoming me and several others into this class, into your home with open arms, who always provided us with delicious food and a really weird cat who loved drinking water out of the sink. And to my parents, who taught me to shoot for the stars, who supported all of my crazy dreams, and who believed in me more than I did. Thank you for shaping me into the human I am today. Our friends and families saw us at our lowest, when we doubted ourselves, and when we were buried in notes and self-doubt. They reminded us of who we are. They are the quiet heroes behind every one of these white coats. To our professors and our preceptors, thank you for shaping us into clinicians who think critically, lead boldly, and serve humbly. You model the kind of compassion and excellence we will strive to live up to for the rest of our careers. And to my classmates, my teammates, my people, I am in awe of you. I have seen you rise from exhaustion to empathy, from fear to confidence, from student to clinician. I've seen the way you lift each other up, share notes, share snacks, and share strength when it's running low. You are the definition of what it means to serve with heart. And as we step into this new chapter, the hospitals, the clinics, the communities that await us, I hope we never lose the fire that brought us here, the compassion that guides us, the humility that grounds us. We will face moments that challenge us, patients we can't forget, outcomes we can't change, and days that feel heavier than we can carry. But in those moments, perchance we'll remember why we started, that medicine is not just what we do, but who we are. Because what we do matters. Our hands will save lives, our voices will bring comfort, our presence will make people feel seen, heard, and valued. That's the power of this profession. That's why I chose to go into this field, and I know that's why all of you did too. So let's go forward with courage, empathy, and conviction, ready to not just practice medicine, but to live it. To my classmates, congratulations. We did it. We made it. We did the impossible together. Here's to the class of 2025, to the healers, the helpers, the fighters, the dreamers, the future of medicine. We are PAs, and the world is lucky to have us. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace, for those inspiring words. I'm excited to see where this next chapter takes you and to see you shine on your next career journey. All right, so now we are celebrating our transition from our short white coats to our long white coats. In addition to all of the didactic work that we've talked about, this cohort, this class, has also completed 11 months of clinical rotations, logging over 70,000 patient care hours and thousands of patient care contact time. Your class has touched the lives and communities where you have worked, participated in excellent patient care, provided a listening, compassionate ear, and accomplished amazing things. While you are just now entering your professional career, you have already impacted the communities and the individuals around you. You have exceeded our very high expectations, and we are proud of you. Today, we will present you with your first full-length white coat, a symbol of transition from student to clinician. This coat represents professionalism and responsibility. It is a symbol of your agreement to your patients and your communities, a commitment to professionalism and compassionate patient-centered care. Wearing it is both an honor and a great responsibility. Today, this coating ceremony marks the beginning of your PA career and a promise to serve your patients' needs above your own. As we coat our students, we will share their words as they walk across the stage in which they reflected on their time at ODU. We hope you enjoy this celebration of their experiences and accomplishments. The white coat will be placed on each graduate by individuals who believe in their abilities and share their passion for healthcare. These individuals have supported your journey and will continue to support you as you enter clinical practice. In addition to our faculty, we have some family members, spouses, and friends in the healthcare field that are here to coat the graduates. If you are coating an individual today, we ask that you please come up this side of the stage and we'll meet you with a coat so that you can coat the individual that you have agreed to coat today. With the first row of graduates, please stand and approach the stage. Announcing our first group of graduates is Dr. Nicole Powell, Associate Program Director.
Okay, our first student is from Hilliard, Ohio, Hamali Amin. She has a Bachelor of Science in Health and Rehabilitation Sciences from The Ohio State University. If she did come back, she would love to come back and do the women's health course all over again. Her best patient experience, she'll never forget the patient who held her hand and said, "I love you," a few days before passing away. She'd only seen him for 10 minutes each day over the prior 4 days, but he was so grateful for the time he had, and it reminded her that every moment with her patients matters more than she often realized. She plans to practice in women's health or in GI. She's excited to join a profession that's continually evolving and advancing the true meaning of patient-centered care. Our next graduate is Jenna Amro. She's from Columbus, Ohio. She has a Bachelor in Science in Health Promotion and Equity and Health Equity from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. She'd love to come back and sit in on some pathophysiology lectures. Her best patient experience or most memorable moment. She wouldn't say there's one patient experience or memorable moment that stood out. She thinks the cumulative gratitude, respect, and human connection she's experienced through each rotation and across many patient encounters has been far more meaningful. Each experience, big or small, hard or easy, has shaped her understanding of what it means to serve others with compassion and integrity and reinforced the privilege it is to be trusted with caring for others. She plans to practice in primary care, in emergency medicine, or in family medicine, and she is confident the PA profession is only going to continue to grow. The next graduate is Isabel Ballard from Philadelphia, PA. She has a Bachelor of Arts in French from Bard College in New York. She would also like to come back and do pathophysiology again. One of her most memorable moments was getting to scrub into a C-section. Her thoughts regarding PA school before starting and now as she's finishing up, she didn't know how much she would grow and change over the last 2.5 years. And her advice to the cohorts that come after her, keep going even when you're having a tough time. Ariel Benya from Wadsworth, Ohio, has a Bachelor in Science and Biochemistry from Kent State University. She would love to come back and do PD Lab again. The support of her fellow classmates and faculty helped her to survive the rigors of PA school. Her thoughts regarding school before she started and now as she is finishing, it will be a long road ahead, but it was all worth it. Advice to the future cohorts, you've got this. Haley Berger from Chicago, Illinois. She has a Bachelor of Biomedical Sciences from Marquette University. She would like to do physical diagnosis lab again because she enjoyed learning important hands-on skills with her best friend. Her most memorable moment was being on a trauma surgery rotation and performing CPR on a patient. Her fellow classmates and faculty helped her to look forward to each day, and they always made her laugh. She plans to work in orthopedic surgery and is proud to be entering a growing profession that is so prevalent in all areas of medicine. Advice to future cohorts, you'll want to remember more than just doing school over 2 years, so take the time to enjoy what you do outside of class because it goes by very fast. Our next graduate is Lauren Bolt from Cincinnati, Ohio. She has a Bachelor of Art in Biology from Miami University. She is being coded by her mom, Lubikita Latika, who is a physician. She would like to go back and do clinical skills again. Her most memorable moment, she had an elderly patient who cheered her on while she sutured his hand. It was very sweet. The support of her fellow classmates and faculty helped remind her to survive PA school. She plans on practicing in emergency medicine. Her advice, take it one day at a time, stay organized, support each other, and remember why you started. The hard days are temporary, but the growth and impact are lasting. Our next graduate is Christine Brooks from Perrysburg, Ohio. She has a Bachelor in Science and Molecular Neurosciences from The Ohio State University. She would like to come back and do pathophysiology again. The most memorable moment, the time a patient told her she was the first provider to sit down and actually listen to her. The support of her fellow classmates and faculty helped her to stay motivated and to keep a positive attitude. She plans to practice in neurology. She has a positive outlook for the profession. She feels that she will practice with autonomy and be able to deepen her understanding of medicine with a solid background and knowledge. Some advice, find a good schedule that works for you, and it's crucial to take time off. While studying is a priority, so is taking care of yourself. Our next graduate is Michaela Burkholder from Uniontown, Ohio. She has a Bachelor of Arts in Biology from The Ohio State University. She would like to go back and do clinical medicine or clinical decisions again. Her most memorable moment was being able to travel to MD Anderson in Houston for a rotation with her childhood neighbor as her preceptor. The support of her fellow classmates and faculty helped her to believe in herself and her abilities to be successful as a PA. She plans to practice in neurosurgery at Ohio Health Riverside Methodist Hospital. Her advice, don't try to stay up too late. Sleep will be more valuable than studying at 2 a.m. the night before an exam. David Connolly from Kenton, Ohio. He has a Bachelor of Science in Biology from Ohio Dominican University. He already did farm twice and does not want to have us make him do it again. His most memorable moment, and I quote, this may mean something to y'all, so I'll do it in quotes, perchance. I heard that in Grace's speech, so I think it's something. The support of his fellow classmates and faculty helped him to get through didactic. Those late nights in St. Albert got him through. He plans on working in critical care at Ohio Health, but even the best laid plans can change. As long as he's continuing to help people, he'll be happy. Advice: if you had what it takes to get here, you have what it takes to finish. Just don't quit. Connor Cook has a Bachelor in Science in Human Biology from Kettering College. He would like to come back and take anatomy again. His most memorable moment was first assisting in neurosurgery, specifically a cranioplasty. The support of his fellow classmates and faculty helped him to push through challenging times and suppress feelings of self-doubt and uncertainty. He plans to practice in orthopedics or orthopedic surgery and has his sights set on completing a fellowship. Some advice: believe in yourselves, you 7%ers. Try not to lose sight of who you are and the dream you once had that you're now living out. Would the next row of students please stand and approach the stage? Our next graduate is Nicole Cardonier from Bellbrook, Ohio. She is a Bachelor in Science from the University, a Bachelor of Science in Health Science from the University of Cincinnati. She would like to go back to Skills Lab in our final didactic semester because they got to practice many of the procedures they went on to do during the clinical year. Oh, I forgot to mention, the next group of students will be coded by Dr. Jessica Greger, one of our program faculty. Her most memorable moment was when she got to cut the cord after assisting in a patient's delivery. Her best patient experience was in her pediatric emergency medicine rotation, where she got the opportunity to spend most of her shift that day with a more medically complicated teenage girl. Afterwards, the patient's foster mom pulled her preceptor aside and told her how she was the first person to take time to listen to one of her foster children and make them feel heard, seen, and not afraid of the ER. Patient experiences like that are why she's excited to be a PA. Our next graduate is Jordan Dixon from Columbus, Ohio. She has a Bachelor in Science and Animal Biosciences from The Ohio State University. She is being coded by her friend and mentor, Alexa Brown, who is a PA. She would like to go back and take behavioral medicine with Professor Tobin. One of her most memorable moments was when she spent all of the hours in the Panther Den the weekend before spring and summer semester finals. Her friend group had a potluck with all kinds of food, sodas, treats, and even an essential oil diffuser. They really made themselves at home in the Panther Den. She plans to practice in bone marrow transplant at Riverside, and her advice: it really flies. Soak in every second when it's so nerve-wracking and stressful. You'll be graduating before you know it, even though it doesn't seem like it, and you'll wish you were sitting next to your best friend in St. Albert's again. Our next graduate is Emily Ernst from Cincinnati, Ohio. She has a Bachelor's in Science and Biology from Bellarmine University. Her mother, Chris Ernst, who is a nurse, will be coding her today. She would like to go back and experience physical diagnosis class for the first time again and experience the excitement of learning all of the physical exams and how to evaluate a patient. Her most memorable moment on rotations was getting to witness a heart transplant. She has some advice for future cohorts. The people make the place, so enjoy getting to learn with your classmates. Our next graduate is Chloe Falconer from Canton, Ohio. She has a Bachelor in Science and Health and Rehabilitation Sciences from The Ohio State University. She would like to go back and do PD Skills Lab again. Her most memorable moment was getting to dislocate a patient's hip during a total hip replacement. The support of her fellow faculty and classmates helped her to get through studying for our hardest exams together, especially at the Grandview Library. She plans to work as an emergency medicine PA with Mose, and she's excited to be part of a crucial care team for her patients. Some advice to the next students: take advantage of any free time you have. Our next graduate is Megan Friday from Pittsburgh, PA, with a Bachelor of Science in Nutrition from Case Western Reserve University. She would like to go back to Dr. Powell's pathophysiology class or Dr. Budnick teaching any class. Her most memorable moment: she cannot decide because it was a blur. The support of her fellow classmates or faculty helped her to learn. And she plans to practice. She said she likes every field except for outpatient ortho, so she's open. Advice and comments for the cohorts that come after her: don't stress and get an RV for your rotations. Our next graduate is Caitlin Gouge from Mansfield, Ohio. She has a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology and Pre-Medical Studies from Miami University. Her sister, Courtney Gouge, who is a nurse, will be coding her today. She would like to go back to Skills Lab, but her most memorable moment was helping her emergency medicine preceptor deliver a baby in the parking lot of a hospital. The support of her fellow classmates and faculty helped her to actually enjoy being in a classroom for 8 hours a day. She plans to practice in critical care as she's going to be completing a critical care fellowship at Ohio State. She's excited to see the PA profession continue to grow and make healthcare more accessible for everyone. Her advice: don't blink. It feels like didactic year will never end, but all of a sudden, you'll be finishing clinical year and trying to squeeze in last-minute hangouts with your friends before you all have full-time jobs. Also, ask for a Starbucks gift card for Christmas. Our next graduate is Grace Eisen from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. She has a Bachelor of Arts in Neuroscience from Ohio Wesleyan University. Her fiance's sister, Amanda Gengler, who is a nurse practitioner, is coding her today. She would love to go back to skills. She loved the hands-on learning with wound care, surgical skills, airway management, and other procedures. Her most memorable moment was assisting with the twin C-section during her OB-GYN rotation. The support of her fellow classmates and faculty helped her to enjoy all the fun moments in PA school and take time to celebrate the accomplishments. She plans to work in the emergency room. She can't wait to be a PA and work alongside other amazing APPs. She feels like this is the ideal role with autonomy, work-life balance, team collaboration, and opportunities for growth. The next graduate is Erin Jarvis from Scottsdale, Arizona. She has a Bachelor of Science from the Ohio State University. She would like to go back to the ortho casting lab or splinting day in clinical skills. Most memorable moment was in her last rotation where she got to observe a heart transplantation surgery. There's nothing quite like seeing a live heart in person. It was definitely one of the coolest things she'd ever seen and something she'll never forget. She plans to practice she's not really sure where she plans to practice. She thinks the PA profession will only continue to grow and be a necessity in the healthcare field. Her advice to future cohorts: find people in your class that you can rely on. Nobody understands what you're going through better than your classmates. She truly would have not made it through PA school without her PA friends. Our next graduate is Alyssa Gerard from Cleveland Heights, Ohio. She has a Bachelor of Science in Health Sciences from Ohio State. She would like to go back to diagnostic methods. Her most memorable moment was getting to intubate a patient on her emergency medicine rotation. The support of her fellow classmates and faculty helped her to stay sane during some of the toughest parts of PA school. She plans to start in critical care in the surgical and transplant units at Ohio State. Her advice: make time for yourself. Rest, reset, and do things that make you feel like you. So will the next row please approach the stage? The next group of graduating students will be coded by Professor Stephanie Smith, one of our PA program faculty. Our next graduate is Megan Kissinger. from the University of Heights, Ohio. She has a Bachelor in Science and Medical Anthropology from The Ohio State University. Her father, Michael Kessinger, who is a doctor of podiatric medicine, is coding her today. She would love to go back to Skills Lab with her amazing lab partner, Jessa Tate. Her most memorable moment from PA school was going on a service trip to Honduras and assisting with general surgery all week. The support of her fellow classmates or faculty helped her to continue to care for patients as a nursing assistant throughout PA school. She plans, after graduation, to be practicing in pulmonary and critical care medicine. She's incredibly optimistic about the future of the PA profession, especially as she begins her career in critical care. Her advice to future PA cohorts would be to not stress about the little things. Everything will work out in the end, and also, I find this to be a theme, get more sleep. Our next graduate is Tori Kuchin from Westerville, Ohio. She has a Bachelor of Science in Health Sciences from the University of Cincinnati. Her fiance, Andrew Luxeter, who is a PT, will be coding her today. She would like to go back and take gross anatomy or pharmacology again to brush up on those skills. Most memorable moment? Too many to count, too many to list. The support of her fellow classmates and faculty helped her to gain confidence in herself as a provider and to become an overall better version of herself. She plans to practice in orthopedic trauma at Orthopedic 1. Her advice: make school life balance a non-negotiable. Don't share your grades, and remember that clinical rotations really are interviews. Put yourself out there and make all the possible connections you can. Our next graduate is Jillian Lambert from Butler, Ohio. She has a Bachelor in Science and Medical Laboratory Science from The Ohio State University. Her father, Ted Warner, who is an RN, will be coding her today. She would love to go back and take pharmacology again with Dr. Jones because he always made her laugh. And I told him that she had said that, and he started to cry because he's Dr. Jones. And he also wanted me to tell all of you that he wishes he could be here today. Her most memorable moment was when a patient cut his hand with hedge trimmers, and she spent 2 hours suturing it back together. ER experience, obviously. The support of her fellow classmates and her faculty helped her to not just survive, but thrive in PA school. She's met so many great friends and mentors through this program, and she is forever grateful. As she was filling out this survey that we gave to her, she said she has no idea where she wants to practice, but because choosing a specialty has been a roller coaster for me, but her hopes are to stay in general practice, so her top choices are ER, critical care, or primary care. Her advice: the days are long, but the months are fast. Take one thing at a time. Make sure to lean on your support system. She couldn't have done this without her faith in God, her husband or her friends, or her family. You'll learn more about yourself and medicine than you ever imagined. The next graduate is Ian Leininger from Beaver Creek, Ohio. He has a Bachelor of Science in Exercise Science from Wingate University. His mom, Laura Leininger, who is an emergency room nurse of 32 years, is coding him today. He would like to go back to primary care with Professor Greger, but his most memorable moment was getting to see a double lung transplant and following the patient's progress in the ICU all the way to discharge. The support of his fellow classmates and other faculty helped him to trust the process. He plans to practice in community health as a National Health Service Corps scholar. His advice to future cohorts: say yes to every opportunity on rotations. Our next graduate is Logan Leonard from Tip City, Ohio. She has a master's in biology from the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina. She would like to go back to anatomy, but the support of her fellow classmates and faculty helped her to survive the long Friday clinical medicine lecture days. Our next graduate is Lindsay Letelier from La Quinta, California. She has a master's in science and nutrition from The Ohio State University. She would like to go back to skills, but her best patient experience was when a woman came to the urgent care and needed stitches after cutting a finger on a kitchen knife. She had never had stitches before and was extremely nervous. She talked to her the whole time to keep her mind off the stitches. After she was done, she said, "I helped keep her calm and that getting stitches isn't that bad." The support of her fellow classmates and faculty helped her to get through spring semester of didactic year. She's not sure where she plans to practice yet, but she's really excited to start practicing and building relationships with patients. Advice to cohorts that come after her: PA school is hard, but you can do hard things. Enjoy PA school. It can be fun at times and goes by quicker than you think it will. The next graduate is Maya Linder from Grove City, Ohio, who graduated with a Bachelor in Science and Biology from Ohio Dominican University. She'd like to go back again to practical clinical skills that provided her with the basis for skills that she could use performing in her rotations. Her most memorable moment was gaining 6 lifelong amazing friends and getting to do life with them over these last 2 years. From Bible study to late nights in the Panther Den, study dates, and sharing a meal any chance they got. It made all the difference to stay rooted in friendships during this journey. Her most memorable moment, oh, that's the wrong thing, I did that again. She plans to practice in ER, and advice she has for future cohorts: make it your own experience. Don't let others influence you and scare you into thinking you won't be able to do it. You will. Stay grounded with who and what's important to you, and you will be just fine. Our next graduate is Marley McDonald from Dublin, Ohio. She also has a Bachelor in Science and Biology from Ohio Dominican University. She would like to go back to skills class. Suturing is her favorite. Suturing her first laceration in the ER, her patient was so great and tolerant of the experience, and that was actually her best patient care experience. The support of her fellow classmates and faculty helped her to push through the long days and give her confidence in her skills. She hopes to work in dermatology or plastics, and she's very excited for the positive impact that her profession is making every day. Advice for future students: trust the process and protect your peace. Those hard days will pay off in the end and will go by faster than you think. Our next student is Madeline Moyer from Zanesville, Ohio. She has a Bachelor in Science and Health Sciences from the University of Cincinnati. She'd like to go back to pathophysiology again, but her best patient experience or most memorable moment was each rotation, because each rotation brought its own memorable moments, as she was lucky enough to care for a very diverse patient population. Every preceptor and patient that she worked with shared advice and knowledge that she will carry with her throughout her career. The support of her fellow classmates and faculty helped her to get through the lectures, days, and clinical days that sometimes felt impossible. She will be practicing in ear, nose, and throat at Genesis, and her advice to future cohorts is to wake up every day and choose to be confident, even if you failed that yesterday. Take nothing personally and continue to live your life, because you don't get these years back. Will the next group of students please approach the stage? Announcing the last 2 groups of students is Professor Aaron Feinzel, an associate professor with the PA program and the clinical coordinator for the PA program. Professor Barry Brownstein, I believe, will be coding this next group of students.
Thank you, Nicole. Jordan Musey, hometown Mayfield Village, Ohio. She has a BS in biology from Cleveland State University. Her most memorable moment: during her first clinical rotation, she met a patient she still thinks of often. The patient carries a story so complex and heavy, it still brings her to the edge of tears. Her encounter with the patient reaffirmed one of her deepest reasons she is drawn to emergency medicine: to stand beside her patients, medically and emotionally, on what may be the worst day of their lives. Sorry. Jordan plans to continue her civilian career in emergency medicine while continuing her military career as a PA in the Ohio Army National Guard. She will likely be deploying to the Middle East in 2027 to serve as a military PA for our troops overseas in Kuwait, Jordan, Syria, and Iraq. Elizabeth Nemec. Elizabeth is from Dublin, Ohio. She has a BS in Health Sciences from the University of Dayton. She would like to go back to skills class. She always enjoyed getting hands-on practice with clinical skills, including suturing and lumbar punctures. It was the first time she felt like a practicing PA. Her most memorable moment was during her rotation at Nationwide Children's Behavioral Health Pavilion. She enjoyed working with that patient population, and the time she spent there was most impactful and deeply rewarding. To the support of her fellow classmates and faculty, they helped her to stay focused, manage stress, and keep powering through. They were her support system through every late night, exam, and challenge. Osheen Oman. Osheen is from Columbus, Ohio. She has a BS in Medical Sciences at the University of Cincinnati. The lecture or class she would like to go back and do again is the Skills Lab. Her most memorable moment was celebrating with classmates at the end of finals week. With the support of her fellow classmates and faculty, they helped her to stay positive and have fun during the long days. Her thoughts on PA school before and now is PA school was just the beginning of our education. It provided us a strong foundation to be lifelong learners. She plans to practice in critical care, and her advice to future cohorts is to continue to invest in the relationships you have made during school. You are a huge part of each other's support system. Hannah Pfluger. Hannah is from Buffalo, New York. She has a BA in biochemistry from The Ohio State University. She would like to go back and do pharmacology again. Her best patient experience was seeing and assisting in her first delivery. With the support of her fellow classmates and friends, this has reminded her to stay grounded and prioritize balance, especially during challenging times. We are always made sure to celebrate even the small victories. Her thoughts regarding PA school is she knew it would be hard, and it was, but she knows the challenges she has encountered throughout PA school will make her a better provider. She will be practicing in emergency medicine at the James Cancer Hospital. Her advice for future cohorts is to develop healthy habits like an exercise routine and meal prepping before starting school, and make sure to take time for yourself every week, no matter how hard it may seem at the time. Joshua Rayner. Joshua is from Columbus, Ohio. He has a BS in exercise science from Hillsdale College in Michigan. He will be receiving his coat today from his mother, Shannon Rayner, who is a physical therapist, and his father, Stephen Rayner, who is a physical therapist assistant. The lecture or class Josh would like to go back and do again is the radiology portion of diagnostic methods. His most memorable moment was helping with open heart surgeries at Ohio Health. With the support of his fellow classmates and faculty, it helped him to feel confident that he could be equipped and knowledgeable as a PA someday. He plans to work in acute care or surgery, and his advice for future cohorts is to take it one day at a time and ask questions when needed. Trust with hard work, ambition, humility, and prayer that you will succeed. Our next graduate is David Rose. David is from Westerville, Ohio. He has a BA in biology from Cedarville University. The lecture or class David would like to go back and do again is Brendan's palliative lecture. His most memorable moment is getting to run a trauma on a trauma surgery rotation. With the support of his fellow classmates and faculty, it helped him to discover his gifting, his identity for knowledge gaps, and remember that we're all in this together. They also showed me that I care more way about Anki than any of them do. His thoughts regarding PA school is he started PA school thinking he'd finally learn everything, and finishing now, he's realizing this was just the tutorial level before the real game begins. After graduation, he will be completing an acute care fellowship at Ohio Health. Advice and comments for future cohorts from C.S. Lewis once wrote, "There are no ordinary people. Every patient you meet, even the one yelling at you, even the one you cannot help as much as you wish, is someone whose story is more profound than the diagnosis you'll write in Epic. Treat them as such, not as tasks, interruptions, or cases, but as souls worth slowing down for. Also, please use Anki." Marissa Schatzel. Marissa is from Dayton, Ohio. She has a BS in Health Sciences from The Ohio State University. She'll be coded today by her parents, Dr. Jason and Dr. Nalani Schatzel. The lecture or class she would like to go back and do again is Clinical Decisions with Dr. Weinstock. Her most memorable moment is a patient undergoing IVF said to her she was going to name her baby after Marissa, if it worked. The support of her fellow classmates and her faculty helped her to push through the tough weeks, multiple exams, and even OSCEs. Her thoughts regarding PA school before and now is, at the beginning, it felt like we had such a long road ahead, but the years flew by. I learned more than I ever thought it was capable of in 27 months. She plans to practice in primary care or women's health after graduation. Her comments and advice for future cohorts is take care of your mental health before anything else, and lean on your friends and professors for support when you need to. Everyone wants you to succeed. Olivia Starkman. Olivia is from Tip City, Ohio. She has a BS in biology from Ohio State University. She's being coded today by her stepfather, Paul Colavinso, who is an anesthesiologist. The class she would like to go back and do again is skills class, specifically suturing. Her most memorable moment was going up to PD lab and using the ultrasound with friends to look at her baby, of course, also always as a learning opportunity. The support of her fellow classmates and faculty helped her to pursue her dream of becoming a PA and a mom. She truly couldn't have done it without them, especially her husband, who has been her biggest supporter throughout all of this. Her thoughts regarding PA school: I'm just so grateful to be close to doing what I've always dreamed of. I also never thought I would have met so many wonderful friends along the way. She hopes to practice in a pediatric subspecialty after graduation. Her advice for future cohorts is make the most of your time. PA school is only 27 months. Don't waste time complaining. Focus on how blessed you are to have the opportunity to be part of a wonderful program. Get to meet some of your best friends and to have a brain capable of learning so much, and to be able to become a provider you are proud to be. Tori Steed. Tori is from Westerville, Ohio. She has a BA in biology from Capital University. She's being coded today by her brother, Tad Cochran, who is an emergency medicine physician. The lecture or class she would like to go back and do again is PD lab, to practice skills with her lab partners. Her most memorable moment was getting to suture for the first time on a real patient. The support of her fellow classmates and faculty helped her to celebrate even the smallest victories. Her thoughts regarding PA school before and now is she knew it would be hard, but she didn't realize how much fun she would have doing it, largely thanks to the friends who she shared it with. Her advice and comments for future cohorts is lean on the people around you for support. Friends, family, and classmates are your best resource. Brooke Stevens. Brooke is from Columbus, Ohio. She has a BS in neuroscience from The Ohio State University. She's being coded today by her sister, Megan Johnson, who is a nurse. Her most memorable moment was seeing her patient that she sutured in the ER a month later at a different rotation. They both instantly remembered each other, and they got to see how well her laceration had healed. This was such a unique and rare experience for clinical year because you usually only meet a patient one time, and you're very unlikely to see them again. But in this case, she was able to see firsthand how well her sutures did at closing the elbow back up. Not too shabby. Her thoughts regarding PA school before and now: she was nervous to embark on a 27 months of school after just finishing 4 years of undergrad. She was very surprised how fast the time flew throughout PA school, especially the clinical year. It is amazing how much you can absorb, learn, and grow with your medical knowledge in just 27 short months. She's excited to get to apply this knowledge as she takes care of patients throughout her career. She will be practicing in primary care with COPC here in Columbus. Would the next row please stand? Some of the members of this row will be receiving their coat from Professor Maria Glewis. Our next graduate is Jessa Tate. Jessa is from Chillicothe, Ohio. She has a BS in nutrition from Ohio University. The lecture class she would like to go back and do again is pharmacology with Dr. Jones because all of his lectures were enjoyable and very informative. Her most memorable moment was caring for a non-English speaking patient in the ER. As she sutured his hand and communicated through a translator, she realized how compassion and patience can bridge even the widest language barriers. With the support of her fellow classmates and faculty, it helped her to accomplish her dream of becoming a compassionate and well-rounded provider. Her thoughts regarding PA school is before starting, I knew the journey would come with challenges, just not how many. Now as I finish my schooling, I can hardly believe all we have been able to accomplish in just 27 short months. She plans to provide comprehensive urologic care to patients in the Columbus area. Grace Tiefend. Grace is from Columbus, Ohio. She has a BS in health sciences from The Ohio State University. The lecture or class she would like to go back and do again is clinical decisions because it really forced her to think outside the box, preparing her well for clinical year. Her most memorable moment was, "He's got lumps. If you know, you know." The support of her fellow classmates and faculty helped her to keep sane. She wouldn't be graduating without them. Her thoughts regarding PA school before starting and now is looking back on PA school, I realized it wasn't just about becoming a clinician. It was about becoming a better version of myself, one who can serve others with knowledge, empathy, and humility. She will be working at Riverside on their blood and marrow transplant team. She is excited to work for the unit that brought her to this career in the first place. Her advice is time flies during the clinical year, so soak up every moment as much as you can. Be present with everything you do. Daniela Temesveri. Daniela is from Reynoldsburg, Ohio. She has a BS in biology from Ohio Dominican University. She's being coded today by her boyfriend, Kyron Moses, who is a licensed massage therapist. The lecture or class she would like to go back and do again is Barry's cardiology lectures. She had no faith that there would come a day that she understood it, let alone learn to love it. Her best patient experience was seeing a patient receiving heart transplant, stabilizing her after complications, and then getting to actually talk to her for the first time when she recovered. The support of her fellow classmates and faculty helped her to challenge herself and her limits while keeping her focus on becoming the kind of provider she wants to be. Her thoughts regarding PA school is before school, I was crying to get in. Now finishing, I understand why. I've cried just as hard getting through it. After graduation, she will be serving as part of OSU's Critical Care Fellowship. The amount of fellowships currently being offered to students is empowering PAs with specialization, advanced training, and is a clear indication of the profession's ongoing growth. Molly Reese Wallace. Molly is from Loveland, Ohio. She has a BS in health sciences from The Ohio State University. The lecture class she would like to go back and do again is clinical skills. Her most memorable moment was amputating a leg on her vascular surgery rotation. With the support of her fellow classmates and faculty, it helped her to survive didactic year. Having people to lean on and laugh with made it much more bearable. Her thoughts regarding PA school is I am shocked at how quickly it went by. After graduation, she plans to work in emergency medicine with Mid-Ohio Emergency Services. Her advice for future cohorts is say yes to everything during clinical year. There are so many opportunities to learn new skills. Kaylee Ward. Kaylee is from Perrysburg, Ohio. She has a BS in biology from the University of Toledo. The lecture or class she would like to go back and do again is clinical medicine. This class is the backbone of our degree and the one she wishes she could repeat after finishing rotations. Her most memorable moments were being able to utilize her education to better inform her family of their disease states and explain different factors that are impacting their care. I am looking forward to many more years of being able to do the same for her future patients. The support of her fellow classmates and faculty helped her to stay grounded. PA school was stressful. However, my friends and faculty were constant reminders we would all survive to the other side. Her thoughts regarding PA school is she viewed it as simply as a stepping stone, a degree that would be the backbone of her future career to be completed in just under 3 years. Now, as she's finishing, she's able to appreciate the personal and professional growth and development that PA school provided her. In the PA career, we will all find our clinical niche and subspecialize our training in different fields. Yet I know many of the lessons taught regarding the social determinants of health, treating patients holistically, and being well-rounded providers will stick with me for years. Aubrey Wilcox. Aubrey is from Westerville, Ohio. She has a BS in health science from the University of Dayton. The lecture or class she would like to go back and do again is practical clinical skills. Getting to perform procedures and be hands-on was when everything about becoming a PA truly clicked for her. It made the experience feel real and reaffirmed why she chose this path. Her most memorable experience was during her rotation in plastic surgery, working with breast reconstruction patients after mastectomies for breast cancer. It was incredibly meaningful to see these strong women begin to feel like themselves again. The support of her fellow classmates and faculty helped her to overcome imposter syndrome and realize that she truly belongs here, that she's meant to be doing this. Her thoughts regarding PA school was, before starting PA school, I was terrified of the unknown. Now, as I'm finishing, she's realized that everyone in our cohort felt the same way, and we all grew through it together. She plans to work in functional medicine after graduation. Hannah Williams. Hannah is from Frankfort, Illinois. She has a Bachelor of Science in Health Science from The Ohio State University. The lecture class she would like to go back and do again is PD Lab because it was so much fun to learn and refine our skills with our friends. Plus, nothing beats getting mistaken for Haley at least once a week. Her most memorable moment was getting to first assist in surgery by herself for the first time. Her thoughts regarding PA school. Before starting PA school, I thought it was going to be difficult. Now that I'm graduating, I can confidently say it absolutely was, but was also extremely rewarding. Even after going through it all, I would still choose this profession again every time. After graduation, she hopes to practice in emergency medicine back home in Chicago. Her advice for future cohorts is life doesn't stop just because you're in PA school. Try to make time to enjoy the things happening around you, and try not to allow yourself to get overwhelmed by the constant pressure. You got this. Katie Wilson. Katie is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. She has a Bachelor of Neuropsychology and Biology from the College of Worcester. She'll be coded today by her Columbus big sister, Megan Van Landingham, an internal medicine PA who graciously welcomed Katie into her home and family during the clinical year. The lecture or class she would like to go back and do again is Environmental Traumas in Emergency Medicine with Professor Kravitz. Her most memorable experience was when she was suturing a patient and a scrub tech told her she was lucky for getting to first assist with the surgeon. It reminded her that after years of applications, thousands of hours studying, and countless moments wondering if she was good enough, the effort finally paid off. She is now walking the halls of the children's hospital she once dreamed of and scrubbing into surgeries where she grew in comfort and confidence. This might appear as luck, but is the result of dedicated mentorship that is truly unbelievably cool. Her thoughts regarding PA school was the hardest challenge of her life. Yet after 6 years of applications, she entered with nothing but tearful excitement, determination, and pride of never giving up on 9-year-old Katie's dream of becoming a pediatric physician assistant. Daniel Zmood. Daniel is from Mason, Ohio. He has a BS in kinesiology and health from Miami University. The lecture class he would like to go back and do again is anatomy. The support of his fellow classmates and faculty helped him to feel confident in himself as he grew into the role of a future PA. Advice and comments for cohorts that come after: trust the process. There will be days when you doubt yourself, but keep going. You'll look back and be amazed on how much you have grown. We do have 3 students that were unable to join us today for the ceremony, so I'd like to read their names. Denise Catafis. Denise is from Columbus, Ohio, and she has a BS in biology from Ohio Dominican University. Shrusti Patel from India. She has a BS in neuroscience from the Ohio State University. And Carrie Summers from Batavia, Ohio. Carrie has a BS in biology with a minor in English from OSU. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. You all have earned this white coat through hard work that you demonstrated while wearing your short one. You will always be Panthers, and we are proud to call you ODU alumni. Congratulations. We wish you continued success as you begin the next chapter. If the graduates would now stand and refer to the PA oath on the back of your programs. This is an oath similar to the one that you read during your PA Professions course in your first semester here in the fall of 2023. As the white coat symbolizes that you vow to provide compassionate patient care, a pledge to keep the patient's best interests at heart, and to provide high-quality patient care throughout your career. Please state the PA oath with me. I pledge to perform the following duties with honesty, integrity, and dedication, remembering always that my primary responsibility is to the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I recognize and promote the value of diversity, and I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, justice, and the principle of informed consent. I will hold in confidence the information shared with me in the course of practicing medicine, except where I am authorized to impart such knowledge. I will be diligent in understanding both my personal capabilities and my limitations, striving always to improve my practice of medicine. I will actively seek to expand my intellectual knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of advances in medical art and science. I will work with other members of the healthcare team to assure compassionate and effective care of patients. I will uphold and enhance community values and use the knowledge and experience acquired as a PA to contribute to an improved community. I will respect my professional relationship with physicians and other members of the healthcare team. I recognize my duty to perpetuate knowledge within the profession. These duties are pledged with sincerity and on my honor. I present to you the Ohio Dominican University PA class of 2025. As we close today, I would like to thank all of you again for your commitment and support of our graduates, and I'd like to thank our graduates for your commitment to success through our program and to this profession. We are going to take a group photo, so we're going to do it inside because of the temperature today. So if you guys can come up to the stage, and parents and friends, if you guys can just kind of stay out of the first kind of 2 or 3 rows or so, we won't accidentally grab you in our photo, and then we're all going to dismiss across the hall over to the Griff for a reception. Thank you all.